Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again to Goonies World, where I am Meanie, also known as Ryan, and I am joined, as always, by Goonie, also known as Colin.
Hello there.
Johnny Farrow, also known as Sean.
Hey, hey, hey.
And Lunicorn, joining us once again, also known as Lynn.
Hello, good evening.
Where we are going to attempt to get our goblins launched to the moon aboard a firework and fart-powered rocket. In the last episode, my first goblin did unfortunately meet an untimely fate when he under method of death I just wrote exploded. I don't even remember exactly how that happened.
It was the TNT. He ignited that to get us going, and it blew him up.
He go boom.
He did.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
As my friend Lawrence would say, he blew the fuck up.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
But we did manage to finish that. The first task, we got our barrels, I believe, in place at the magical explosion testing grounds of the wizards, and now we need to get some fireworks from the Dunn Inn, I believe was the next task. And should we accomplish that, then we must procure a can opener. I don't know exactly where we were going to get that. Possibly from one of the...
I think
various garbage pits or something. I'm not sure.
Garbage pits is good. I also wrote barracks down in my notes. It might be a good place because they might have like a mess hall or something.
Good point. And certainly orcs would be patrolling around there that we could run into, and that should always make for fun times.
No, I was gonna say we need the can opener because I think because of my my family heirloom, which is the canned beans of Saint Generica, which we're going to need if we're going to make all those farts to get us all the way to the moon. It's a great big industrial, generic, white label green canned beans.
I'm imagining a can. I don't know. I don't know if anybody even watched that episode of that show, but I remember Carl in The Walking Dead had like this giant vat of pudding that he found, and he was like sitting on the roof, like eating it, scooping it out with his hands.
I remember that.
Everybody needs some pudding.
Pudding Box Jones. Anyway,
yeah, Pudding Box Jones. Okay.
So anybody is free to go. We've all recovered our action tokens, I believe, because I believe it was the last persons who went actually succeeded.
It was a victory, but there was also something bad. Well, since I was the one who suggested the Dunn Inn as the place to get the fireworks, I can go ahead and set the scene. I would say that the Dunn Inn, just from the book, the Dunn Inn is the only pub in this camp that we're in, and is run by bugbears. And it's actually not just a little inn, it's actually like a sprawling shanty town that the bugbears have added onto with parts, like building material that they've stolen from other places in the camp. And you can buy or trade or whatever for all kinds of contraband there and stuff. So I'm assuming fireworks and stuff as well. And so I'm going to say that we have made our way from the magical explosion testing grounds. We've, had to overcome some slipperiness, and now we finally made it there. And inside this, there's no rule or law that says that goblins are not allowed in the Dunn Inn, but it does say that the bugbears see goblins as playthings, and that most goblins that go inside there never come back out. So yeah, we'll have to see how we do. But once we make our way inside there, we can see the place is filled with bugbears playing these crooked games, these crooked like gambling games. They're just all in there drinking and playing and fighting. They're all trying to cheat each other. It's, you know, just a really rowdy scene. And I'm gonna say we get in there, and there's, you know, it's so rowdy and everything that they don't even notice us at first. And we can see that there's like a little room, like a back room, that has a little sign for fireworks, you know. There's some crudely drawn illustrations there. And so my goal is to, and of course there's like a bugbear guard there, you know, out front of this door. My goal,
of course,
is to, you know, get in there somehow, you know, like it says, procure the fireworks. So.
Well, go on, Porky. Go in there and get us some fireworks then.
So are you going to attempt to, like, talk to the guard or sneak past the guard, or what is your method here?
Be sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget you lost your little corkscrew off your butt. You got no more corkscrew tail.
I have it. I just don't have it attached.
Yeah.
You got stuck in a bung.
And I was going to glue it on later, but haven't done that yet. Don't have any glue. But I think I would like to maybe use some torture to get past this guard.
Torture, okay.
Torture. Alrighty
Yeah,
then.
remind us of your heirloom again.
It's the terrible feather of torture or something. Yeah. So that's because that's what we do. My clutch or whatever is the pernicious, and we tickle people, and that would give me an extra die.
Things are about to get ticklish in here.
Well, given that you aren't sneaking or anything, I can imagine, you know, your little porky dude walking up holding this feather, and this hobgoblin looking down, and he's like, "Oh, a goblin! I must fill out my goblin sighting report form very quickly." And he pulls out a little notebook and starts like writing down, you know, various stuff.
Sure. Yeah. So
Yeah, go ahead and write in your little notebook. See what good it does you. Get out the feather and give him a good tickle.
But I'm gonna walk up. Porky's gonna go up to this this bugbear guard out front of the fireworks room, and he's gonna start, you know, tickling with his feather, and say, "You will give us fireworks, or the torture will continue." And I'm gonna roll.
It sounds like, well, you have a dice for the feather race, I assume, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I rolled a 4 and a 1, but I have a something good and an injury. Oh wait, and -1.
-1, yeah.
So that's a well. Oh, okay. I got to see. So the one minus the 1, I believe that actually. I'm looking here, and it says, on a roll less than 1, take 2 injuries. So that would be a death. So right away, I don't know. I mean, wait. But I also rolled something bad, so I don't know. But I think the death, is pretty bad.
That would qualify as something bad, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't. But it's not something bad in game mechanics terms, in terms of passing down the -1. But since you got the -1 or since you got something bad and a death, the -1 will carry. But
Okay.
I'm kind of curious, like, how does he end up dying from tickling a bugbear?
Well,
How, don't tempt me. There's so many. Yeah.
yeah. So, he's all confident about this, going right up to him and starting to tickle him, and the bugbear just like, he starts laughing at first. He's like, ah! And then he just takes a big, hand and just, hammer fists him over the head and clubs him, and then, he's like a cartoon, like, he's like, what are those
Pancaked.
called? Well, the musical instrument where you,
Accordion?
Oh yeah,
accordion,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
He's like, a cartoon accordion, like, and and then he's just like, his spinal cord is just like is plummeted through his body, and guts just splatter everywhere, and that is the end of Porky the Pernicious.
Yeah, poor Porky.
That was unexpected. Maybe I should have expected it, I don't know.
And so you pass on an addition or a continuing -1 to whoever goes next, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so I'm writing Manner of Death, squashed,
Accordioned.
accordion.
Squashed accordion style.
Yeah.
Well, my second goblin, Spit, is very bossy, and I think that might come in handy with this particular bugbear.
I agree.
So I think, without further ado, Spit is going to trundle up to the bugbear and be like,
Hey, what are you doing? Did you fill out the form for this goblin squishing form? You gotta have form 37B Alpha C17 filled out to squish a goblin like that. You can't be doing that. You're squishing them for no reason. You don't. That's not right, man.
and we'll see if that works. If the objective being to attempt to get him to leave, to go find the form. Oh no.
And you got the -1 as well.
Yeah, and I rolled two threes.
And don't forget, we got a lucky ear reroll.
That is
I
true.
forgot. I should have maybe used that, but it doesn't matter. We're all gonna die
Yeah.
anyway, probably.
Well, how terribly unfortunate for Spit as he, trundles up to this bugbear and begins sort of, shouting at him and trying to get him to go get, some paperwork. But the bugbear seems completely unfazed by this. It says, I don't need to fill out a form to squish a goblin, and proceeds to hammer fist poor Spit in exactly the same manner as poor Porky. And now there are two squished, accordionized goblins and their various entrails and body fluids pooling in the area outside this guarded storage room.
Yeah, it's getting pretty.
Okay, so
Getting pretty slippery in here.
And I guess I could have used the ear, but that's actually funnier. Just let him get killed.
Yeah.
So, I think maybe Daisy will attempt to distract so that perhaps Squirts, is that who Sean is right now?
Yeah, squirts.
Perhaps, like, if I create a big enough distraction, then Sean can run in. So, to create this distraction, I'm just going to burst into tears, dramatic grief. I've just seen my two friends get accordioned by this bugbear, and I'm just gonna throw myself at his feet. Oh my god, you killed my friends! And I'm gonna grab whatever he's wearing, I'm gonna be snotting on his clothes and wiping my tears and snot bub. Oh please, I can't believe you just killed my friends. I don't know if my friend's actually gonna go in there and sneak, but
Oh yeah. When she does that, I'll like ding
I'll
ding
see.
ding 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 tiptoe dramatically behind him towards the door and try to open it and see what happens. But it's not really my scene, so should Lynn roll the dice to even see if she distracts him first?
Yeah, I guess I should, huh?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I I think my flowery features, my little daisy button nose maybe grants me a modicum of, attention before he squishes me in the ground like an accordion.
Yeah, and even a terrible monster must feel some sympathy for a little weeping flower goblin.
That's right. And I got a 4 and a 5, which is, I believe, something good and something good and a victory, or do we have a -1 right now?
There is no -1 because I just got 2 injuries, which do not confer a -1.
Excellent.
So, yes, you do get a victory.
So I'm going to say that this guy is he's probably not so much that he feels sorry for me. For whatever, he's like, okay, and they're there, and he kind of pats me. I'm sorry I killed your friends. I'm sorry, I don't know how bugs bears talk. I'm sorry I killed your friends.
Sounds right to me.
Yeah.
Well, while he's doing that, then I will tiptoe behind him and put my little green hand on the latch of the door with the fireworks sign on it, and I'm gonna say it's unlocked, and creak it open, and of course, getting out of here is another story. But I'm in, and I look inside the room, and it's just like kid in a candy store. It's like, there's all kinds of fireworks all lined up on all the walls. It's like the side of the highway just outside of city limits, leading up to the 4th of July. In fact, they should have a big tent in there, right? With 50% off and all kinds of fireworks in there. And I'm going to run in and try to just grab the biggest ones they've got. We're like Pippin and Merry and the Lord of the Rings, let's get a big one. And I'll run and get the biggest firework, one that's shaped like a dragon or something, and try to get a huge armful of way too big for me to actually carry fireworks. Yeah, I'm going to get this one, and I'm going to get this one. Oh, yeah, that's a big one. I'm going to get that one, and oh, yeah, that's another big one. And hopefully I could do this without I don't have anything bad I have to narrate, right? I don't have any negatives following me around, so feel free to narrate that I got.
I think you have a plus even.
You have a +1.
Oh, great.
Something good happened.
So yeah. My goal is to get a giant ass armload of fireworks that will be enough to see us through, our mission. And I don't have anything in my. I don't really think I have anything to justify 2 dice here, but I am going to roll my dice as I run around shopping. And I got a 6! 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 That's an astonishing victory, right?
Well,
And
you're looking at the other
look at
the
the wrong
hyper
table.
turbo.
All right.
It's still a victory.
All right.
though.
Well.
It's still a victory.
All right. Well, I'll take a victory. All right. So no hyper turbo goblin victory, but I'm still excited. So I got a victory. So I just
Well,
come
did
charging
you-
out of there.
Did you roll a natural 6?
Yeah.
Well, then you technically got a 7, and that is 2 victories.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh.
plus 1 if it's over 7. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
That
All right,
gives
we got
us
2 of
three
the 3 we
victories
need
then,
there, I
right?
think.
That
Fine.
does give us 3 victories.
Oh shit! Already? Seriously?
Yep.
Okay. I was
Oh,
just
so
saying
we-
before we hit record, it'll take us all night to get the victory. Here we've been playing for like 17 minutes, and I've got one. 3. We got all 3.
So
But,
we only needed 3 victories for this stage.
That is correct.
Okay.
Oh, or do we need more? Okay.
Nope, just 3.
Yeah, I'm All right. So yeah, yeah. So I go tearing out the door, running past the guy. You know what I mean? And Lynn's little goblin is still sitting there. Was it Daisy? I don't remember.
It's Daisy,
still sitting there
yeah.
crying. Yeah. I go charging. Hey, you! He tries to go after me, but I'm so victorious that we all go charging out the door, cartoon style. It was like a shot of the outside of the building, and the door slams open, and we all come running out to banjo music. Ding, 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 ding. It's like all fast motion camera. The guy chases us, shaking his fist, and maybe he even slips in the gore from the 2 of our friends that he smashed. I don't know, but
Yes.
we
of course.
we
Of course.
amazingly have a very, very easy procural of our fireworks, which is in some ways too bad. The Dunn Inn was probably a very fun place to hang out and role play for a while, but
Yeah, I foresaw
But,
like all kinds of scenes in there with like trying to, maybe get someone else to get the fireworks for us, trying to talk people into it, or and playing games of chance to win. All kinds of scenes. But I'm glad that we got that done.
yeah,
We got a lot more to do.
that's great because we got a lot more in our quest. So yeah. No, we go running off in fast motion.
Towards the barracks, I
Back to
suppose.
the next stage of our quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, still like carrying around these giant fireworks, but that's okay. I like carrying them all on my. I'm gonna pile them up on my head, like those African women carrying their laundry or big jugs of water. I'm gonna like carry the.
We
the
could probably
fireworks on
take
my
them
head.
back to the
Yeah.
rocket and stuff them inside.
I think
Yeah, that's
Put them
probably
in the
best.
barrels.
probably be a good idea.
Yeah, I don't want to be carrying these around on my head. I don't want my coiffure to be out of order. So, we'll carry them back and stuff them in the barrels, get them out of the way, and then. All right, fellas, what's next? One can opener to open one gigantic can of beans. But before we do that, see, we observe a moment of silence for our good friends no longer with us, Poiky and Spit.
Yeah,
During
that
the 2
was a
minutes of
real
silence,
bummer,
accidentally.
man.
I know. During the 2 minutes of silence, I let out an accidental. Oh, sorry about that. That was a bummer. All right, that was a bummer too. All right. Well, I'm gonna send up that fart. To my good dear departed friends. And hey, we better get their brothers. Where their brothers at?
They've materialized. The sneaky snot has joined the group.
Yeah, and I would like to introduce Peanut the Pernicious, who has a defining feature of a unibrow.
All right, welcome, Peanut and Snot. So, yeah, now we got these. Now we got all this stuff stored away here, and yeah, I think we need to go to the barracks, the old mess hall there in the barracks. You gotta watch out for them orcs, though, because you start getting involved with their food in the mess hall. They get a little antsy. You ever try to take a piece of candy from an orc? It ain't like taking candy from a baby. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
So,
much harder.
Yeah, so I take it we approach the barracks, and I don't know how old our goblins are. I assume not old at all, considering that they think like 2 weeks ago is ancient history.
Yeah.
But they've been around at least long enough to know that the orcs are typically marching around outside the barracks and shouting at each other and anybody that approaches. But for some reason today, outside the barracks, instead of just marching around and shouting at each other, all the orcs in the area, and there are dozens of them, are just fighting each other, and a bugbear approaches, and one of the orcs just picks him up and throws him like 100 yards into a building or something, and they're just like fighting, and looks like they will attack anyone that they see.
All right.
Well, maybe we should not be seen.
Well, maybe we can disguise ourselves or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea.
No, we ought to... I don't have anything to disguise myself with.
Well, I'm pretty sneaky. I might be able to sneak past these.
Yeah, go ahead and do the old sneak. Because I was thinking at first, we find some cloaks, right? We do the old trick where we stand on each other's shoulders, right? And so the four of us make two great big orcs. But no, Snot is pretty sneaky. I see him. He's as sneaky and slippery as a string of snot. I will at least let him have a shot, right? To sneak in and get it.
Yeah.
Because our luck's been with us so far.
That's
we two of us died, but otherwise we've been lucky.
Yeah, that wasn't very lucky. Squished like accordions. It's quite gruesome.
Well, I think that I'll take a dice for being sneaky, so that'll give me 2. There are no modifiers at the moment. Let's, I guess, see what happens. Oh my God, double 6s.
Wow.
What?
You're the devil. Oh wait, give me one more extra 6.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's
2/3 of the devil.
That's rather surprising. All right. So it does not, unfortunately, confer any additional bonuses, but I think that's going to be 2 victories. Now, I should point out that we need 5 victories instead of 3 on this particular task, because it is the one with a misfortune, which happens to be the orcs, obviously going crazy. But I think that Snot has managed to get in to the barracks successfully, and is currently rummaging around in the mess hall looking for a can opener.
Okay. Well,
Nice.
it's going to be hard for the rest of us to get in, but
Well, maybe we should do the disguise thing and dress up like orcs and stack on top of each other.
I've always been a big fan of that one.
yeah.
I've been a big fan of it because
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's really
so you named it
smart.
anyway.
It's really smart. Smartest thing I've ever heard, actually.
I'm the smartest goblin you know.
Yeah.
Well, whose turn is it? Is it mine?
And
I've lost
anyone
track.
but me at this point, basically.
It's so fluid. All right.
Hey, looky here. They got 2 big cloaks hanging right here inside the door. Isn't that convenient? Okay, yes. All right, Daisy, you get up on my shoulders there. All
Okay,
right? You
I'm
just
climbing
stand
up.
on my shoulder. Don't
Yeah.
fall down.
I
don't
won't
wanna-
fall.
I don't want to
got
be
really-
the base Squirts, because I know why your name's Squirts, and I don't want to be down there getting squirted on.
I wish I'd thought of that, but that would have been great.
But no, you just you go ahead and I'm gonna grab a nice big. Now don't get nervous, but I'm gonna grab your buttocks, right? I'm gonna
Ow.
squeeze them real good, Daisy.
Oh.
Don't get nervous.
All
So,
right.
that way you won't fall off my shoulders. This is purely for science, okay? It's just for the
Okay.
disguise.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a good couple of handfuls of goblin buttocks. It's
Oh.
all right. And okay, now we drape the cloak over us. Okay, now you two. Who's gonna be the
Well-
base? Who's gonna be the bottom in this relationship?
what is spit? Is that your new
Snot.
snot? He's already in the barracks.
Right. So we only have
it's
Okay, well,
us
we're going to be
three.
an extra tall.
three.
We're going to be an extra tall
An
goblin.
extra
All right,
tall. Yeah, extra tall or
All right. Yeah, so Peanut, get your
so-
little peanut butt up there on top of Daisy. Daisy, you grab a piece of Peanut's buttocks. All right.
Okay.
And we're
Just
going to be the.
here.
Okay, so I'm the
Go,
top.
climb
then.
on up.
Yep.
Oh, I got some pressure. I got some pressure coming down
Climb
on
on up and settle your
boy.
buttocks into my hands.
Yeah, it's a good thing you guys are sitting on me because I'm juicing like crazy. I'll be leaving a trail like a slug. All right.
Be careful not to slip.
Yeah, so we're like, I'll tiptoe. We're like tottering, right? You know what I mean? We're tottering back and forth, and I guess Peanut, since he's on top, he's going to have his hands free, pretty much. It's, little tiny arms. It's like great big tall, orc with a tiny head and tiny little arms sticking out of the cloak. Got to draw the sleeves way up, and
Fortunately, orcs are really,
hangs.
really stupid.
Yeah.
yeah, they are. Thank God. All right, thank the dark gods. And we'll look around for a can opener. And hey, look at over there next to that great big can of Spam. All right, I see a beautiful shiny can opener. We're just gonna tiptoe right. Hey, what's up, fella? I mean, I don't say that. Tell him what's up, fellas. And we'll go over there and grab that. I'm peeking out of the robe, right? My nose is sticking out. It looks like the there's a green penis, hanging out of the middle of the robe.
Greenness.
I'm sticking my nose out and got my little uncircumcised goblin nose is sticking out. And we'll walk over to where the big can of Spam is and the can opener. And yeah, Peanut, why don't you reach for it and grab it there? I'll go ahead and roll the dice, even though that's technically grabbing it. And I don't have any. Is this technically a lie? My clan are like great liars. This is kind of a lie, right? This is a deception. I think that should potentially justify. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna take that back. I think a lie should be more verbal. And so I'm just gonna roll the one dice. And I have a 4, which is.
Well,
Make sure I'm looking at the right table. Tell me something good. There it is. Something fortunate occurs. We get a lucky break, so we'll have a +1 going forward.
Well, I
But
think that
I'm
at a
gonna assume
minimum,
that means.
I think at a minimum you don't get attacked by the rampaging orcs. You managed to
Yeah, our
avoid that.
disguise
yeah,
works.
Yeah, our disguise works, and you're able to pick up the can opener in your little green hand. And we got. This all just seems too easy. All too easy. But that's how it is when you're sly like us. Sly like us. Okay.
So we're saying that I have picked up the can opener, but we haven't.
yeah.
So we don't have we can't claim ultimate victory yet.
Because we don't have the victories.
Right, I've got the can opener and not abscond with it yet.
Yeah, we have not absconded. We'll turn that over to a person in our next turn.
I will attempt to do the aforementioned absconding with it, and I guess that's basically it. I'm going to try to chuck that, into the cloak. Maybe, just hide it within and try to navigate out of there. And that's I'm not controlling the legs, but I will, squeeze my buttocks onto Daisy, and then she'll squeeze her buttocks onto.
We'll do a buttock squeeze chain.
Yes.
That's right, buttock squeeze chain.
And that's
That means go.
controlling you.
Oh,
guys.
got it.
Yeah.
I'll start moving my little feet.
All right, and I will. I don't have any anything to modify this with, so I'll just roll one die.
With a +1 from something good.
Okay, with a +1, yeah.
Yeah.
And here we go. 6. I swear.
So,
Oh my God.
natural 6? So plus
Yeah.
7? So 7
Yep.
total?
We're having the best day.
That is 2 more
Oh,
victories
yeah.
for a total of 4. Only need 1 more. So I think you successfully managed to, begin absconding.
Yeah, like we've made it a little ways at least. We're walking like clumsily out, and still holding the can opener, and we haven't got stopped yet.
Yeah, and of course they're all fighting around outside of it too.
Yeah.
So we still got to get through that big
Got to
melee.
navigate through that.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess it would be Lynn's turn.
All right. So, I guess we're basically going to kind of like join the rampaging, like just to blend in. And so we're going to rampage through the rampaging orcs.
All right.
And walk away with our can opener. We've implemented some kind of butt squeeze steering system as well as propulsion. So, yeah. Is there anything that will help me with this? I don't think there is. So, but all I need is one victory.
I think
One
Peanut.
victory is all we need.
Peanut's got the wielding this can opener as like a weapon as you're like rampaging through this.
We're rampaging orcs. We're rampaging orcs.
Rampage!
I rolled a 3, which I believe is something bad, but it's not a failure. So I'm going to say that,
You could use your ear if you haven't used it for this on the
Yeah,
scale.
don't forget about the ear.
yeah, that's true. You know what? I think I will use the ear.
For a reroll.
Lucky.
Watch it be worse.
It was a
Oh, got a 1. It's a 1.
Okay. So, when it was just something bad, I was thinking that we might fall over in our complicated rampaging system. But now I think it's basically Daisy is going to be the one that, like, that's driving failure, basically. And she ends up falling off and cracking her head open a little bit. A little bit of a head crack.
She was in the middle, right? So
She was in the middle.
She was in-
so
so our
She
orc
was
is
in
now
the
like
middle.
a bit shorter orc now.
Instant height reduction.
right, like she just gets knocked clean out of the middle though, and Peanut just like falls straight down onto my shoulders. Oh!
Don't bite your
And
tongue.
poor Daisy is spilled out of the disguise. Right, she's like out on the
Yeah.
out on
Yeah,
the
with
ground
her
now.
with a big gash in her head. Bleeding everywhere.
Okay, so yeah, just one injury. You've got one left.
Yep.
Not dead yet, but now she's exposed, and that could be bad.
Yeah.
But we don't have any of the modifiers then. If it was just an injury
It's
for the
true.
next scene.
Hey, wait a minute. I got confused. What happened to Snot?
Snot went inside the barracks to look for a can opener. I don't know if you guys ever went inside or if you just found this can of spam hanging out outside the thing and found a can opener there.
No, I mean I talked about going in. I just forgot about Snot. There's like thinking of you as the game master and thinking there's 3 of us, but I know that's not how it works. So, but that's another fun thing.
Oh my God! What happened to Snot? I forgot about Snot.
And he's just obliviously rummaging through, piles of cooking tools looking for a can opener. And let's see if he can find one, because he may just
Yeah,
independently
it's his turn.
independently come up with one. Oh, but he rolled a 3. There's no modifiers here. But that is something bad. So I think he's sitting there just kind of obliviously rummaging through piles of, pots and pans and knives and ladles and whatever. And from behind him, he hears this voice. "Hey, Goblin, what are you doing in here?" And he turns around and looks and runs and bolts out of there, absconds without a can opener for himself, and runs in the direction of where you guys are all kind of, at. But then this orc shouts, "Hey, there's a bunch of goblins trying to steal our stuff!" And he's points at the group of us, and all these rampaging goblins are suddenly like, "Huh?"
Oh no, we've been made.
Okay. Yeah, that would give me a -1 to my roll, which I guess I'm next. And yeah, my goal is to get out of there. Obviously, trying to get the fuck out of here as soon as we can without either getting killed or getting our can opener taken away.
No, I think, at this point it's just full out fucking run back towards the the rocket we need to build.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We got to start off though, just moving our feet with that low xylophone music, like in Scooby Doo, right before we.
Right.
Then we take off. Yeah.
well, I think I'll roll and see what happens actually. And I don't have anything that would help in this instance for just running away. And I will roll. I got a 5 something. Oh, that's a victory.
Well, -1.
No, it's something good. Okay.
Is it? Yeah.
Something good.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, so we are not, dog-piled onto or anything like that. We're kind of, so I'm going to say we do get the legs going. Daisy, is just running next to us, I guess. And we're moving along, avoiding all these orcs that are after us.
But they are still after us, I think.
Yes, we're not free and clear yet. And so whoever's going next gets a +1.
Well, I just went to get them after us, so. And then I don't know, one of you guys. I'm having a hell of a time keeping track. Having those stupid actual tokens physically would be, and sitting around a table.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have the actual tokens, But we just go clockwise around the screen here, and clockwise around ye olde squadcast screen. But I can go, and we're charging forward, and they're chasing us. They've seen us, they're running, and we crest this little rise and starting to come down the hill so we can get back to where we want to go. But now there's a group of hobgoblins who we're looking for us because they're like, "Hey, you're the ones that took them barrels earlier, ain't you? Get them!" And now we got 2 groups chasing us, and I do since I'm the feet, I do that turn, where you do the turn and you hop on one foot as you're making the turn, and
Can
try
I
to turn around and get?
Can I
Please
suggest
do. We're all throwing stuff in.
Well, I was just going to suggest that Benny Hill theme song is playing as we're being chased by these 2
Oh, yakety sax.
yakety
Totally.
sax. Yeah.
Yakety sax. Yeah, totally. And and we do the turn and we go tearing off. Now we got 2 groups chasing us, and of course, if this were Benny Hill though, who would be chasing us. But never mind.
Well, I would say
that,
roll. I would say go ahead and make a roll because if something good happens or victory, I would say the bugbears and the orcs then just start fighting each other.
They're fighting. That's a great idea. Okay, making my roll.
And don't
I got
forget-
no just.
Don't forget your reroll if you need it.
And the +1.
Yeah, I
And
might
your
use
+1.
it here. Yeah, we got the +1, and hopefully have a 5 with a +1 makes it a 6.
Which is
so
the final.
I think that is what we should do. Is we do the little tilt and go the other way, and then the hobgoblins and the orcs smash into each other, and they start fighting, and we're able to escape in the confusion and make it back to our area where we've got our barrels and our fireworks stashed away, and
Now we got the can opener. All right. Look at that. Final victory.
Yeah, good job, everybody.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna work.
We're on our way to the moon in a fart rocket.
All right. On our way to the moon. Hey, get off my shoulders. You're starting to get heavy. All right, there we go. Okay.
So, with, of course, at least some casualties, unfortunately, our little gang of goblins. Are you still on? Is Squirt's your first goblin, Sean?
Squirt's is my first goblin. I'm still on my first goblin.
I think and Lynn's still on her first goblin.
I
right?
am. Yep.
Yeah.
She's got an injury though.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
All right. Well, it sounds like our group of goblins have successfully completed the entirety of their first task, all 3 stages. They've stolen the barrels, they've procured fireworks, and they've gotten a can opener, and now we're on to task 2, which is actually building the rocket in the magical explosion testing grounds of the wizards outside the Black Tower. Which I don't know how often magical explosions happen here, but I have to assume that we at least return, or when we get here, our fireworks haven't all been, blown up, because that would that would suck.
Yeah, and hopefully no just random magical explosions are occurring, from the wizards as we are trying to build this rocket, which is something I think that could happen. Hopefully it doesn't.
It could, and there of course will be a further misfortune on one of these 3 tasks that we have to accomplish, but given that we've only got about 10 minutes, I don't think we really have an opportunity to get started on the next task right away, so I think we should probably, a little bit early, but I think we should probably call it for right now, and pick back up next time on task 2. I did not expect to get 2 stages done.
All right, I'll see you next week, fellas. We'll build this rocket.
Hey everybody, if you like our podcast, don't forget to leave us a good rating and or review on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Spotify, or wherever you're able. Subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Twitter at Goonies_world, and check out our website at GooniesWorldPodcast.com. Email us at GooniesWorldPodcast@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.